I got a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, and the early bird gets the worm. I'm going to do the early bird gets the worm. $30 seconds. One minute. Minute 30 seconds. Two minutes. Two minutes, 30 seconds. Have you ever wanted something so badly that you make sure to beat everyone else to it? If so, you might be familiar with the idiom, the early bird gets the worm. Today, I'm going to be talking about a personal experience that relates to the idiom, the early bird gets the worm, a historical event that relates to the idiom, the early bird gets the worm, another quote that relates to the idiom, the early bird gets the worm, and a hypothetical situation that relates to the idiom, the early bird gets the worm. An example of a personal experience that I have had relating to the idiom, the early bird gets the worm, is on the first day of school when I arrived 15 minutes before the rest of my class, just so I could get the first spot in the senior parking lot. My class is fairly large and there isn't enough spots for all of us to park. I was so worried I wasn't going to get a spot that I made sure to be the first one there so I wouldn't have to worry about the situation at all. A historical event that relates to the idiom, the early bird gets the worm, is when Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. No one believed in him and his work, but he started his own company and his invention became a success. He got the worm because he kept working. Another quote that relates to the idiom, the early bird gets the worm, is better 3 hours too soon than a minute too late. This quote is by William Shakespeare. I think this quote relates to the idiom chosen because if you truly want something bad enough, you will make sure to beat everyone else to it. Because even in a small amount of time, such as a minute, it can all be taken away from you. An example of a hypothetical situation relating to the idiom, the early bird gets the worm, would be if two people are interviewing for the same job and one person shows up 15 minutes early and the other one shows up a few minutes late, but the one who showed up 15 minutes early got the job. The person who showed up early has proven that they want the job bad enough that they have made it a priority to arrive early. As you can see, there are benefits to arriving somewhere before everyone else. So whether it be a personal experience, a historical event, another quote, or a hypothetical situation that has affected you in some way, making you determined to arrive before everyone else, maybe you are the early bird that has made sure to get the worm.